Welcome, everyone. So good to have you here. And thank you. Thank you for being here. I come with a little bit of healing. And it's also Father's Day, so I thought I'd wear my plant daddy hat for all of you today. I'll probably take it off in a minute, but just thought it was suiting since we are also celebrating Father's Day today. And it always takes a few minutes for people to pop in. And so I just want to thank you all for being here right away. I am excited to be celebrating the solstice and also excited to just be holding space with all of you as we go through this very special point in the solar journey. You know, Nova Nidra, I'll just share, is Nova is a binary star. There's a couple of ways you can interpret Nova, but to me, I'll just share it with you while we wait for a couple of people to pop in. It's a binary star. There's two stars, and when one was going out, it ignited the other and gave light to it. And, stars, the sun is a star. It's the one that brings life and sustenance to all of us, and to celebrate it for today is really special because it is impacting us differently all around the world. So I just want to first welcome you if you're already here. I see some of you got a little bit of a head start, and I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? I see that we've got someone coming in from Madison, Wisconsin, beautiful, the Netherlands, also from Central US, amazing. And I'm tuning in from my bedroom here in Western Canada. Hello, Germany, Detroit, Michigan. Hello, Sweden. Welcome, everyone. Paraguay. Keep the hat on. Okay, I'll keep it on. Greece. Beautiful. Wow, all the way from Greece. That's amazing. Mont Blanc, French Alps. Beautiful. How many of you are already in the Nova Nidra community? Maybe we can see who's already here from the community space. Love to know. I also wanted to share that for the solstice, I'm going to be celebrating something. This is the beginning of a new YouTube channel. And I have left the link up top for you so you can subscribe. And I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what that is before we get into today's official event. I feel like I came on, I'm like, I have so much to tell you guys. I don't know where to start. So let's start with the new channel. I am opening up the Nova Nidra channel. This is going to be a place where you can drop in and learn more about the practice of Yoga Nidra, and also learn about what the offerings are that I share with the world outside of the Yoga Nidras that are offered each month. So this is going to be a new channel for you to just deepen your practice and also get support. And I'm going to talk about a little bit more of where Nova Nidra is going to be exploring your rest journey in a little bit. But I feel like we've got a lot of people tuning in. Yep. We've got some members from the Nova Nidra community, Ireland, the UK, Georgia, USA. Beautiful. I love to hear it. So what I'd really like, because as my journey of sharing this practice has expanded as well, through offering the teacher trainings and guiding people through peace and rest, we always begin by acknowledging what we're bringing into the space. And this isn't something meant to, it's really meant for you to just show up as you are. So I would love for you to put into one word how you're showing up today. If you're feeling excited, if you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling peaceful, what is it that you are bringing into today's session? Because this can give us a little bit of an idea, since we're a global community, like what people are feeling around the world. So just being like really honest about how you're showing up today. What is your nervous system sharing with you? So we've got connected. Steve shares that he's feeling peaceful. Yeah, just one word, sleepy. Feeling excited. Oh, I love to hear it. Alert. Nice. Overstimulated. Okay, well, we're going to rewind a little bit of overstimulation here in a bit. Feeling tender, navigating relationship transition. My heart goes out to you. Grateful, grateful, beautiful. Excited, loving. Oh, these are really beautiful energies. And this is another thing, like, when we come into these spaces and we're meeting with people around the world, and some people might have these really vibrant feelings and some might have a bit more dull or tired sensations. And, we're here to balance that all out and support each other in that way, which is why I want to begin by sharing that I have just embarked on my first ever fundraiser. I am currently going to be fundraising, and this is step one of fundraising, is holding the space with all of you here. I was shared Reclaim Firefighter Fitness. He's in the room right now. That's Robbie. And he was sharing with me that a year ago, or last year, or earlier this year, he had gone down to Oaxaca, Mexico, and everyone who had gone down together had raised money to build homes. And when he told me about the story of finally having the building complete, there was an 87-year-old woman that was going to be inhabiting it, and she admitted that it was the first time that she wouldn't have been sleeping on the ground. Like, just for a moment, imagine 87 years of your life never having a bed or never really having a place to call home. And this really touched my heart because, as you all know, we practice deep rest. We practice Yoga Nidra, which is lying on the ground. And we come back to the home, which is within ourselves. So today's practice, we choose to lie down. We choose to rest in this way. But for some people in the world, that is not an option. That's not a choice. That's the way that they have to live. And so I'm raising money to support this cause. 100% of the proceeds are going directly to this build, and someone else is going to be supporting the volunteers as they go in. So I just want you to know that if you decide to donate today, it would mean so much to me. I'm just going to put that link in the chat here. So if you wanted to, I'm raising $3,333 US. So my little ask or suggestion is, if we could get 100 people to donate $33.33, that would just be such an amazing feat, and it would mean the world to me, because if I'm able to raise that, I'll be able to go down there and help with the build myself. So yes, I just wanted to put that out there. That's my summer solstice or solstice heartfelt desire is to build a home for these families that need them most in Oaxaca, Mexico. So link is there for you. But that is not solely why we're here today. We are also here to celebrate the solstice and to share a little bit about what the solstice represents. Sol is the sun, and sostier, which is, or sosteri or sisteri, is the still point. So isn't it kind of interesting that even the solar energy, the time that we're in right now, is asking us to bring our light into stillness? So today, when we bring our light into stillness, this is going to be an invitation for us to come home to ourselves, and also do so in community. Because as you may know, my mission in this world, in this lifetime, is to help you discover peace in rest. And what I found to be the most peaceful in my restful journey is discovering that this physical body that we experience here, this is our home. And this is where we can discover all of our answers, all of that we need, but we also need to have community, which is beautiful because currently there's over 50 of you here, and I'm sure it's going to be growing, joining today to practice deep rest. And for those of you that maybe just kind of stumbled across this live, I want to express to you what Yoga Nidra is. Yoga Nidra is a practice of rest. It's one of my favorite practices because even in meditation, you have to sit upright. You hold your body in a particular way so that you can stay supported and alert. But in Yoga Nidra, you're asked to lie down and follow the voice of the guide. And this brings me to a little bit more deeper into the practice. So Yoga Nidra has layers, and I like to call these the layers of being. The yogis would call these the koshas, and the koshas are considered to be that we are composed of, so that we exist of them, but also the other interpretation is that they are the illusion. So when we practice Yoga Nidra, in the spiritual sense, what we're expressing is that we're tapping into all the layers of our being, which is our physical, our energetic, our emotional and mental bodies, and then also our inner wisdom. And of course, overarching all of that is a sense of bliss, ananda. And to give that into more scientific terms, when we go through the practice, what we're experiencing is systematically resting the body by getting into our body, our home, allowing ourselves to connect to our energy, which is our feeling of breath moving in and out of the body, of cells moving through our body, all of the energy that's moving around us. Because even though we're resting into stillness, there's still a current of energy that's moving through us. So if you want to learn more about the energy body, then you'll want to join the Nova Nidra community because it's completely free, and we kind of dabble and talk about that a little bit in there. But then also now we go past that into the emotional and mental body. And what are emotional and mental bodies is that when we tap into the emotion, this becomes then the bridge of going into our home, our body, getting into the energy, and then moving into our emotional mental states. This is where our beliefs are. This is where the subconscious mind is working. Because when you think of the mind, just to be here on this live right now, to have the thoughts that we have, can you believe it? We're only using 5% of our brain. That's it, 5% of our brain. The other part is stored into the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. And I don't mean unconscious as in you're not sleep, as in you're like not conscious. The unconscious mind is like my ability to like wave my hand while I'm talking, bit of a hand talker. So missing this part. But so when we're only using that 5% of our brain, what do you imagine is happening underneath? There's limiting beliefs, there's experiences from our childhood that we kind of put into a little bit of a locker, and then we start to live our life out of those states. And so then we tap into the emotional body. So when we bridge from the energy to the emotion, then we're allowing ourselves from the seat of the observer, as you would in meditation, but a little bit different in Yoga Nidra. We observe our experience so that we can then become aware, become conscious of the experience, get that 5% online, so that we can then move and shift our awareness to become more connected to a new way of thought, of being. So we use something called the Sankalpa. And the Sankalpa is an I am declaration to self that is going to resonate deeply within you. So this is your calling home. Maybe it is I am home. Maybe it is I am peace. Maybe it is I am, what do we got in here? Loving. I'm excited. I'm grateful. What is it about you that you know to be true that you can repeat to yourself? Because ultimately, once we repeat that, we start to see that into the world around us, right? So this is where Yoga Nidra has a little bit of a nuance from seated meditation to being able to lie down and rest to the still point. So let's bring this back to, and I'll get into the dreamscapes. We don't have enough time for me to talk about Yoga Nidra, like the whole thing. So if you want to learn more about it, I suggest going to the Nova Nidra community because we talk about it a lot over there. And we also are going through these layers of being, but also going through the states of rest. So if that sounds like something that's up your alley, if you're excited about that and you want to learn more about these different levels of consciousness, if you want to learn more about the states of Yoga Nidra and how you can use this practice more to not just be a band-aid to what you may be experiencing, but something that enhances your life, then like, I'm your girly. I'll tell you all about it. Love talking about it. But for today, since it's the solstice, we're coming to this sun still point. And when we think about this energetically in the context of Yoga Nidra, is when we think of the energy body, there's a point at the beginning and the point at the end of each breath where we have that still point. So collectively, by being here right now, we are all practicing in this still point of awareness. So dropping in is becoming aware of the in-between. So even though that the sun is at its brightest point in the northern hemisphere, it's also going to be coming into its darkest night in the southern hemisphere. So you see what I'm saying here? There's like these polarized experiences, but ultimately we're holding both of them. So together as a collective, we're coming to the space in between. And so today I really wanted to guide you into that space in between so that you can come home to yourself, feel more rested, and then carry that energy out into the world. How's that landing with everyone? Are we feeling like we're almost ready to practice Yoga Nidra? Beautiful. Darkest night. Darkest night, yeah. Okay. So where are we at? Yeah, I want to have a nice drop into this Yoga Nidra. So while you're, oh, hi, Simon. Simon and I are going to be chatting soon. You'll be hearing from us on YouTube or not YouTube, but on Instagram. So yeah, lovely to have you here. Okay, so let's first, while you're getting prepared for Yoga Nidra, let me just share, like you can practice from your bed. You can practice on a yoga mat. You can practice on your couch. You can practice in a chair. And honestly, you can practice being seated if any of those other options aren't available to you. And one of the things that I also wanted to kind of touch on is like the sun is the source of what brings so much energy to our lives. But it's also in Ayurveda considered to be something called pitta. And pitta is this fiery energy within ourselves. And what can happen is if we burn the flame, maybe like the idea of like a candle burning at both ends, this can tire us out. And so we want to be able to balance our energy with the sun with also taking rest. And so while you're preparing, just really considering for yourself what you can lay to rest, what can you put off to the side. Let's just leave it at the door. So wherever you're at, I encourage you to find somewhere to lie down, and you're going to want to rest your legs comfortably apart. Place your hands comfortably by your sides, palms facing skyward. And for some of us, at some point during the practice, you're always welcome to put a hand onto the heart or to the belly. You may even feel like you want both hands onto the belly. And actually, if you place them kind of at the center of the belly, if that feels comforting to you, this is considered to be the solar plexus. So since we're working with the energy of the sun, this can be a nice place to put attention. So you're welcome to do that as well. But ultimately, the tradition is to place the palms skyward up towards the sky. So then when you're ready, before you close your eyes, I want you to just take a moment and drift your awareness from one end of the room or to the ceiling to the other. And as you do so, what we're exploring is orientation. So we're orienting ourselves into our body so that we can truly connect with the room. And this might be a moment actually where you can empower yourself to change the energy. Like maybe you were like, actually, I want the door closed, or maybe I want to close the closet, or maybe I need another blanket or a bolster under my legs to feel more comfortable. Like honoring that is the first step to really creating safety within yourself. So how can I create safety within my practice? And then once you feel as though you've got a good good understanding of the space that you're in, then I encourage you to close or lower the eyes. If you don't feel comfortable closing the eyes, you can always just lower them and take your gaze towards the tip of your nose. And then from here, for those of you tuning in and joining in into Shavasana, I'm going to first guide us through what's called a physiological sigh. And this is 2 inhales followed by an exhale. Traditional, like more practice that you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But if that's not possible, you can breathe in through the mouth as well. So first, let's begin with a cleansing breath. This is going to be an inhale and an exhale. Now, inhaling, feel the breath. Fill your whole body. Take another inhale. And then exhale, slowly let that out through the mouth. Inhaling again, feel breath expand to all of your edges. Take another sip of air to fill the lungs completely. And then exhale, audibly sigh, letting that all go. And from here, just feeling yourself settle into the space, noticing the surface beneath you, becoming aware of the space around you, and accepting yourself in this moment just as you are. We'll now be moving into the alpha and theta brainwave states as we go through the layers of our being. And so just knowing that you may drop into a state of sleep, but I will be calling you back at the closing of our practice. So I encourage you through this Yoga Nidra to return to the sound of my voice. Let the sound of my voice guide you back to awareness. And make a vow now that you will remain rested yet aware, as this will be our intention to remain rested yet aware for the practice of Yoga Nidra. And with this, the practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. As you rest here, become aware of the sounds around you, observing, witnessing the sounds around you as they touch onto the eardrums. You may notice them off into the distance. They may come closer towards the body, maybe even noticing the sound of your breath moving in and out. You may even become acutely aware of the beat of your heart. Listening to the beat of your heart and the sound of your breath. This may invite you now to connect to the sensation of the clothes that are resting on your body, the blanket, the air. You might notice even the taste within the mouth, an aroma within the room. And this is your opportunity to savor this moment through all of your senses. bringing yourself to the here and now. And just gently moving your awareness internally now, taking the outer world and the inner world and harmonizing them. Sensing that what is around you and what is within you can become one felt sense. Letting all the edges of your body begin to blur. Becoming completely connected. This connection invites you to draw your attention to the seat of the heart space, Anahata chakra. And as you rest with your heart, notice what it is that you truly desire to experience. As you connect to your heart, what is it that you truly desire to experience? Can you feel that within your body? Can you imagine it present with you in this moment? That all it is that you desire can be here with you now. Allow this awareness to rise up to the space between the brows. Where you begin to explore connecting with your Sankalpa. This is an I am declaration to self that resonates deeply. Connecting the coherency of your heart and your mind. If you are not already working with the Sankalpa, you may consider some of the following until your truest Sankalpa reveals itself during the practice or exactly when it is meant to. Until then, perhaps I am vibrant. I am radiant. I am connected. I am at peace. Or perhaps simply, I am. Whatever your Sankalpa may be, repeat it now within the space of the mind, connecting it to the beat of your heart. Repeating it 3 times. I am. I am. I am. From here, trust that this seed of intention has been planted into the rich soil of the subconscious, unconscious mind. You will return to it at the closing of your practice. You are now entering into the rotation of consciousness. As you move through each part of the body, have one pointed awareness, directing your awareness to each point with complete focus and attention. Awareness landing at the right hand thumb, the tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger. The back of the hand, the palm of the hand, the whole right hand. Awareness traveling up the right arm to your elbow. Right shoulder. Awareness drifting to the pit of the throat. Pit of the throat. Pit of the throat. Center of the chest. The center of the core. Space below the navel. The pubic bone. The right hip. Awareness moving down the right hip to the right knee. Ankle. Heel. The sole of the foot. Sole of the foot. Sole of the foot. Top of the foot. The right big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Little toe. Sense the whole right side of the body. Whole right side of the being. Whole right side of yourself. Rotate your consciousness now into the left hand thumb. Following my voice as you experience the left hand thumb. Tip of the index finger. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the index finger. Middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Tip of the little finger. The back of the hand. The palm of the hand. The whole left hand. left wrist. Awareness ascending towards the left elbow. Left shoulder. The pit of the throat. Pit of the throat. Pit of the throat. The back of the neck. The back of the heart. The mid back. Lower back. Tailbone. Awareness of the whole back body. Experiencing the sensation of the left hip. One pointed awareness moving down the left leg to the knee. Down the lower leg to your ankle. The heel. And the sole of the left foot. Sole of the left foot. Sole of the left foot. The tip of the left big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Little toe. Sensing now the whole left side of your body. Whole left side of your being. Whole left side of yourself. Sense now the right side of the body. Sensing now the left side of the body. Oscillate your awareness back and forth from the left side to the right side. Right side to the left side. Until eventually your awareness meets you right in the center line of the body. Rising up towards the crown of the head. Aware of a bright orb at the crown of the head. As you begin to soften your awareness along the forehead, the eyebrows, eyelids, the orbs of the eyes, orbs of the eyes, orbs of the eyes. The bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, both cheekbones, awareness moving along the jawline to the tip of the chin. Sensing the lower lip, the upper lip, aware of both lips. Noticing sensation along your neck, observing sensation along your arms to your hands. And from the tips of your fingers and thumb, rising back up the arms to your shoulders. Returning awareness to the center line of the body, the front body, the back body, awareness moving down from your throat, your heart, your core, the navel, the space below the navel, the pubic bone, the tailbone. Aware of both of your hips and the sensations that travel along your legs towards the soles of your feet. Soles of your feet, soles of your feet. Whole body awareness. Your whole being in awareness. Whole self-awareness. Now, as you rest here, observing your whole body, you're invited to move your attention to the center of your core. As your attention travels to the center of your core, simultaneously observe and become aware of the rise and fall of the belly as you breathe, without changing your breath in any way. Observing the still point between the inhale and the still point between the exhale. And every breath connecting to a solstice energy. You may even feel called to imagine a bright orb of light at the core. Every time you inhale, noticing the expansion of this orb of light to all of your edges. A pause before you exhale and draw your awareness back as the light ignites even closer to the core. Inhaling expansion, exhale contraction. Awareness moving in and awareness moving out. Allow for your breath to move and flow towards the core, truly connecting to your belly, but not changing your breath in any way, allowing the organic nature of your breath to move through you. Inhaling expansion, exhale contraction. Inhale, noticing the pause between. Exhale, noticing the still point between. Staying connected to what calls you. the visualization or the physical cue. And continue to breathe in this way, truly connecting to your belly. And release this observation of breath. Allowing yourself to let it go. To expand your awareness to your whole body now. As you rest here, becoming aware of your whole experience. Noticing within where you can sense heaviness. Notice within your body where you sense heaviness. Let that heaviness get a little heavier, truly sinking you into the moment. Sensing yourself get heavier and heavier and heavier. Feeling into the gravity of being here now. What do you notice as you experience heaviness? And then gently bring yourself back, releasing some of the heaviness as you return to a neutral space within. As you return to a space of neutrality, return to the seat of the witness. And now begin to observe the body becoming lighter. Where in your body do you sense yourself becoming lighter and lighter and lighter? Allowing your awareness to become lighter and lighter and lighter. And then return your awareness as you let go of the lightness, returning to the sensations of heaviness. Letting them oscillate back and forth, dropping into the lightness, dropping into the heaviness, the lightness, and again the heaviness. Until eventually you discover a place in between, a sense of equanimity where both can exist. Expanding the mind's eye, connecting to the space between the brows, from the sense of neutrality, open the mind's eye to a windscreen, a mind screen, almost as though there is a theater displayed in front of you. Inviting imagery to appear and disappear, not attaching to any one sight, sound, sensation. You now experience a droplet in a pond, an endless blue sky, the moon at night with a silhouette of trees, a long forgotten path, an old book opened from the light of the window, a door closing, a window opening, wild flowers in a meadow, the symbol of yin and yang, the symbol of yin and yang, the symbol of yin and yang. Fresh cut grass, a sailboat on the ocean, a cat stretching in the sun, the Milky Way, a burning ember, the orb of the sun, the orb of the sun, the orb of the sun. Let yourself be, resting and breathing, breathing and being. As you lie in this moment, you're aware of your ability to contain the lightness and the heaviness. Aware of what is behind you, and trusting the unknown before you. In this space in between, you can simply be. This is an opportunity for you to drop into the now. You're invited to experience the center of your core. Perhaps noticing a glow, a bright orb of light. Maybe even noticing what color it might be. And as you rest here, allow for this light to be your messenger. To hold the light in the dark. And to connect you home. As you rest in this awareness, observe the message that is here from the inner wisdom of your body. As you connect to this light that brings you home. The message may come to you in color, sensation, imagery, or words. And asking this internal light, what wisdom do you have for me today? What wisdom do you have for me today? Take a sense of gratitude. Whether you entered into a deep knowing, the calming vastness of no thing, all is welcome. As you connect to your core, allow for your awareness to draw up towards the center of the heart, igniting and lighting your intention, your sankalpa, allowing the connection of your voice, the pit of your throat, to speak towards the mind internally 3 times your sankalpa. Repeat it now 3 times within the mind, declaring it to be true. You may now return from your journey, feeling yourself settle into your body once again. Feeling the body breathe into this moment. Allow for the brightness the weight of this truth to be carried into your waking day. Allowing for yourself to feel once again the earth beneath you. Sensing the air as it rests on your skin. Peace, how it is placed on your face. And connecting to your heart that beats with life, love, and acceptance. You are loved, just as you are. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Allow for your movements to be gentle. It is exactly on the hour, so taking your time to just gently move your fingers, your toes. And this practice today may have only been 30 to 40 minutes, but it will be equivalent to perhaps 2 to 4 hours of sleep in the body. So gently bringing yourself back as if it's the first time you've gotten up today. Take a moment to sense gratitude for being here, what may have unfolded or been uncovered during your practice. And maybe allow for yourself to bring to mind someone, something, or somewhere that you sense gratitude for. Perhaps someone that makes you feel at home, feels cared for. And my invitation to you before you're closing out today is maybe sharing one word that you are now bringing into today. Maybe one word that came through for you during the practice. And while you are collecting what that might be for yourself, again, a reminder that today's practice is dedicated to those families in Oaxaca. If you would like to give an offering, I've left the link for you in the comments and in our chat. And I look forward to sharing more about the practice of Yoga Nidra through the new channel. So you can learn more about all of the new things that are happening. And you drop into the Nova Nidra community. So thank you. Thank you all for being a part of today, for celebrating the solstice with me. Thank you. I'm grateful to hear that, Steve. Living, resolution, love. Beautiful. I think that's all I have left to share with you, Fearless, for today. I know we're staying a little bit longer than expected, so yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And yeah, we'll see you within the Nova Nidra community. We've got lots of exciting things happening, so I'm excited to learn more about your Yoga Nidra journey and your states of rest when you get there. Rest well, everyone. Once again, rest well, be well, and thank you for being here. Namaskar.